right, now that'd be okay. Has everyone been keeping
Okay,
up?
this is Wednesday, September 26th, 2018. This is the Library Board of Trustees, Franklin Township Library Board of Trustees. I will...
Now it is.
Was the sound the problem, or the...
No, I know. I looked over and I saw that the lens was closed.
Just very, in like 30 seconds, review what we've done. Which maybe you can answer in open session.
I can answer that in open session. The Southern Branch, as we all realize, is a very nice branch, but it's in a rented facility. The rent is high, plus we pay taxes on it. It's been the opinion of the board that it would be nicer to have our own building. We've looked at a couple of pieces of property for that to acquire for such a building. One particular piece of property is in an area where there's a nice 3-acre site available. It's on a sort of a main street in the right area, near some of the new schools, near the new Claremont School. We were talking to the prospective sellers of that property, and it consists of a house on 3 or so acres. And what we decided after talking to our people here at the Township is that there might be a very big opposition to putting a library on that particular lot. The lot is zoned, it's zoned agricultural, so we'd have to get a variance in order to put a library on that. The lot has water and electric available. There's gas in the neighborhood that could be piped in. There is no sewer available there, but there is an existing new septic system. House was built in 1955. A couple months back, I told the owners that we were going to no longer pursue this. Just recently, I called them back to see if it was still available, and they said, yes, it is. They're not going to put it on the market until spring. There's a possibility that we could reconsider our position on this. Now, two heavyweights in the township who both know land acquisition, and it would be Mark Healy and Vince Dominack, say that if there's anything like there was 5 years ago when a similar piece of property in that area was up for sale, there might be a big battle and a prolonged, expensive battle. At that time, I told the sellers that we were probably not in a position to offer them a quick deal, which would have been attractive to them.
Was that other property Catalpa Park? Is that the issue he's talking about? Or he didn't say?
I'm sorry, I didn't Catalpa Park.
Right.
The answer is yes.
Okay. So the opposition to Catalpa Park was traffic infringement on building a park near residential. I mean, there may be opposition to a library there because conceivably it would be traffic generating.
Okay. I spoke to Mark Healy just a couple days ago, and I said, how about if we revisited this question? And he said, well, you could inquire and try to get the pulse of the neighborhood. To quote him, he said, I'm not quite sure how that would be done, but my own belief is that the location is ideal. The piece of property is fine. It's 3 acres, more than we need. The price would be low because it would be priced like a house. You know, there's a house on it now, a house in very poor condition.
I don't think the zoning board would be much of a problem because it's an inherent good, I assume a library is an inherent good use.
Well, the zoning board may not be a problem in itself, but if there are 50 neighbors at the meeting objecting,
Yeah.
then it might be a problem.
You're absolutely right, in taking the pulse of the public, especially since Catalpa Park's going to go under construction this spring. You may be right. They will probably see it as another drop or cup in the bucket to traffic issues. How many users do we get a day in the southern branch?
If you look at the statistics on the back of my report, you can just divide it by 28, because they're not open on Sunday. It's under visitors.
Franklin Park visitors, this is a monthly report?
Yeah.
The bigger issue here is one of our objections to the current Franklin Park branch is the cost. And we do have some money put aside for building. And since we started talking about this, the interest available on this money has tripled, perhaps, so that the financial burden of paying the rent is not as bad as it used to be. And of course, we still have the question of a northern or northeastern branch. There's a small amount of area offered for the purpose of library in the Lewis Street facility. I'm not sure whether that would be adequate for us to participate in as a regular branch. We might certainly want to participate in it in some other way, advisory or even supplying goods or paying for the cost of construction or something, but we may still want to open a let's call it a northeastern branch in a larger facility somewhere. So, Mayor, does that answer your question?
It does.
Okay. What would we have called that? New business or old business? I don't know. Old, okay. Is there any other old business? Is there any new business? I'd like to confirm that our next meeting will be October 24th. It's a Wednesday, 5:30, here in the library. Would anyone like to move for adjournment?
So moved.
Second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned.
You want a second public session? Do you have anything to say?
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I passed right over that. It was not on my,
Not on your radar.
no, it's not on my agenda.